keys and we keep pushing. Keep on talking, we like
These
it.
people keep talking about me, but I don't care what they say. These people keep talking about me, but I don't care what they say. They talking about, they hating on me, they wanna see me fall. These people keep talking about me, but I don't care what they say.
K Paso Mufaso, and welcome to Project Expertise, where I'm the project and I share with you the expertise. The time is about 1:22 in the a.m. here in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. Hope everybody is well. If you're on the late night, welcome. Have a great show for you. Sitting over there in the cut, as we can see, that is Dr. Bearstein. He is my producer in my ear to make sure I do not go too far left, go too far right. I stay in the middle, which I probably will not do. Come on in. I have a great show for you. I know you must be wondering, I would be wondering, if I was waiting for the show, what you talking about, Whoa, did he? What we're going to be talking about is how to learn from disappointments in life. A lot of this comes from my personal experience, as most everything does here on Project Expertise. Disappointments in life. How many disappointments can you recall in your life? I can think of many, actually a couple this week to be precise, but they happen. Disappointments happen. We can learn from disappointments, or we can let disappointments destroy us. The best teacher in life is disappointments. I think we would both agree. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to grab my notes. That way I can stay on track. But disappointments is going to happen in life. There's nothing that you can do about it. So we're going to get into it right now. I think you know the YouTube etiquette. If not, let me help you with that. You should like, you should share, you should subscribe, you should hit the notification bell, or the notification bell just might hit you. AI is in control. Anything can happen, as we both know. As I mentioned, welcome to the show. You're on Project Expertise. I'm the project. Now I'm going to share with you the expertise. And I know what you're wondering. I just asked earlier. Let's ask again. Well, what you talking about, did he? Well, first of all, sir, ma'am, don't you skip this video. If you stay with me, I'm going to teach you, show you from my own personal experience why life educates through disappointment. We are educated about ourselves. We are educated about our environment. And most of all, we are educated about people through disappointments. And let's get into it like right about now with some information that you may find valuable. As I mentioned, life educates through disappointment. The disappointment of not getting the job. The disappointment of that heartache that we feel during a breakup. The disappointment in losing a loved one that we were close to. The disappointment in not having enough money, capital to make our ends meet. The disappointment on the failed vacation, the disappointment on not being able to get the car that we desire, the disappointment from not being in the club or in the circle, the disappointment of being rejected for who we are, our ideas, or perhaps even the way we look or our preferences. Disappointment is the greatest educator here on planet Earth. We think it would be books. You think it would be your master's degree, your bachelor degree. I'm here to disagree with you and tell you that education is mostly learned from disappointment. So now we're going to talk about why life educates through disappointment. And we're going to do it in 3 ways. We're going to share 3 best work practices. That's what I'm going to do with you now. 3 ways. 3 ways to learn from life's disappointment. And let's just look at disappointment. Life educates through disappointment by shattering the gap between expectations and reality. There's a reality gap, right? There's a big gap between expectations and reality. Your expectation may be the number 1 celebrity in the world, but reality may be that, hey, you're not qualified. Your expectation would be for that romantic partner to be just picture perfect and that all of your desires and needs be met. But the reality is that we all have flaws and we're all a work in progress. And if you didn't notice, I'm going to read so you don't have to. Life educates through disappointment by shattering the gap between expectations and reality. right? The friction forces you to reevaluate your goals, exposing what you truly value. By processing these letdowns, you actually develop emotional resilience, practice adaptive coping skills, and learns to calibrate your future expectations. So this so disappointment is a great teacher. Disappointment is a great teacher, and life educates us through disappointment. So if we just learn that there's a gap between our expectations and reality, we learn that disappointment, that friction, there's friction in disappointment, the friction of not getting what we want, the friction of getting our heart broke, the friction of setbacks, the friction of failures. Failing is a disappointing emotion that we feel. We feel disappointed when we fail, when we don't achieve our goals. We feel disappointment when others say they're going to do things and they don't. We feel disappointed when we put our trust into other people and they betray that trust. So there's friction that's there, and it's going to expose what you truly value in life. When you're disappointed and you set a recovery plan, execute it, and it's successful, you find out what you really value in life. A lot of times we think we want something until we get it. Also, the process, is going to help with the letdowns in life. But the most important thing, you're going to be building emotional resilience and adaptive coping skills that's going to help you endure, overcome, survive, and thrive. Let's break it down just a tad more and take a look at some of these ways that we can learn from disappointment. Why does life educate us through disappointment? We just talked about that. Here are three ways. Here's 3 ways. 3 best work practices to use when disappointed. The first education that we learn from being disappointed is redefining our values. When something you desire doesn't pan out, it forces you to use some prioritizations. What are you going to prioritize the most? You just had that letdown. You had that major breakup. You went financially bankrupt. The business shut down. What are you going to prioritize to overcome that disappointment so you can move on to bigger and better things? Because it's just an obstacle. It's a learning tool that you can use to be better. Most of your millionaires failed at a lot of things before they hit the $1 million mark. Also, you learn whether the goal was truly worth yourself. You find out as the goal, damn, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it to be this, that, and the other on YouTube? Is it really worth all my time and energy for this promotion at work? Because the last guy or girl that had it, they were miserable. So is it truly worth it? And it helps you to push your energy elsewhere. You just got disappointed in a goal or something that you wanted. You find out you really didn't want it after all once you recover from said disappointment, and you have the opportunity to place that energy somewhere else where it's better suited for who you are and your true purpose in life. Number 2, the second thing that we can learn, use, and apply in our life after experiencing that disappointment is building resilience. Navigating a letdown always allows you to practice bouncing back. There's nothing like the comeback. We love a good comeback story in America. The boxer that lost the world championship belt, that went back to camp, looked at where he made the mistakes, came back, won the belt again. We love it. We love a comeback story in America. Be the comeback story. So building resilience gets you navigated to practice bouncing back. Right? It teaches you that setbacks are just temporary. This disappointment is just temporary. If he treated you very, very horribly and walked out of your life, ma'am, there's something better to replace it. If you think positively, right, you step outside of yourself, you look at everything clearly, and you get clarity, something better is going to come. How many times have you been laid off or quit a job or left a job and you had better success somewhere else? That's how life treats us. Disappointment. I'm telling you, life educates you through disappointment. So we're learning that building resilience, right? Buildings and houses and homes still stand 50, 100 years later because they were built to be resilient. Resilient to the weather, resilient to circumstances, resilient to the amount of weight that we put on these buildings and frames through going in and out. Look at your Walmart distribution centers and your Walmart stores in your neighborhood. Some of them have been there 20, 30, 40 years because they were built to be resilient. I'm here to tell you that you are built to be resilient. I am built to be resilient if we learn through disappointment. And number 3 on our list, ladies and gentlemen, and very, very important, you're going to cultivate self-awareness. Right? We are aware of our surroundings most of the time. This person looks like this. That person looks like this. This is the way to get here. This is what this building looked like. This is what this music sounds like. But how many of us are self-aware? Through disappointment. Life educates through disappointment. That disappointment is going to teach you some self-awareness. Right? It shifts the focus from external circumstances into internal reactions. Right? It's not the situation, it's how we perceive it and think about the situation. Most of the opportunities, aka problems that we have in life, are internal. We all know we really can't control the external, control people. It's a full-time job trying to collect your own thoughts, process your own thoughts, and control your own emotions. So cultivating self-awareness is number 3 and probably the most important on the list because it shifts the focus from external to internal. You learn how to respond to situations you cannot control without letting them dictate your self-worth. I talk a lot about self-worth on this channel because self-worth is internal. Self-worth means you're valuable just because you exist. Self-esteem is external. You have a high self-esteem because you're good at football, basketball. Ma'am, you have a high self-esteem because you got a nice figure and you get a lot of attention. You have a high self-esteem because you drive a expensive sports car. You make 6 figures. You have this title. You're in this group. You're in that fraternity. But self-worth is inside. I can't see your self-worth, but you know it. And you cannot lie to the universe. No matter how hard, you can lie to me, ma'am, sir. You can lie to me. All right. You can lie to others, but you cannot lie to the universe. It knows. So cultivating self-awareness is number 3. Just to look over those number one on the 3 ways that you can educate yourself, you can learn through disappointment is refining your values. Find out if it's really important. Are you disappointed about something that's really important, that's really helping you in life, that's making you a better person? Number 2 on the list is building resilience. You're going to build resilience for the next disappointment. You're going to brush it off real quick. All right. You had a bad relationship. You become resilient. You looked at it. You say, wow, this never really was for me. You're going to build resilience, not to harden your heart, but to know that, hey, something better is coming along. And the last one has to deal with self-worth. You're going to cultivate self-awareness. You're going to be self-aware. You're not even going to put yourself in the situations to be disappointed about things that do not matter. Social media posts, celebrity reactions, gossip, all those things do not matter. Being a part of the crowd does not matter. What people think about you does not matter. What someone thinks about you, ma'am, what she thinks about you is none of your business. Did you ask? There you go. And here's something I like to share. I like to study not only Stoic philosophy, but biblical laws. And if you looked at Galatians, right, 6:9, chapter 6, verse 9, you're going to find something absolutely amazing that can uplift you. And here it is from Galatians, the King James Version of the Bible, chapter 6, verse 9. I'm going to read so you don't have to. And let us not be weary in well doing, for it in due season will reap, if we faint not. Let me read that again slowly for you. This is coming from the King James Version of the Bible. Live by it. Remember, I shared it with you. It was there before I was born. It'll be there after I'm gone. Galatians, King James Version of the Bible, chapter 6, verse 9, and it reads, and let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if faint not. What does that mean? Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. If it's righteous, it's moral, it's legal, it's ethical, keep doing it. What we sow, we're going to reap in life. You putting out a lot of positive energy and hard work, you're going to get it back. Don't let anyone tell you different. If you faint not, meaning if you don't quit. Resilience. Be resilient. There's a time for planting. There's a time for harvesting. This could be your sowing season right now, where you're sowing wealth. You're sowing good health. You're sowing abundance. You're sowing peace. You're sowing a romantic relationship. There's going to be some disappointments and setbacks, but if you stay resilient, keep focused, keep moving ahead, you're going to reap a harvest. It may be more than you expected. It may be less, but you will reap a harvest. And for you non-believers out there, here's a quote to live by. If you make happiness your goal, you will be disappointed. If you make presence your goal, you'll be peaceful. And that is from Maximum Legris. What a wonderful quote. What a wonderful quote. Think about it very, very carefully. Once again, let me read it so you don't have to. If you make happiness your goal, you will be disappointment. Right? If you make happiness your goal, you'll be disappointed. If you make presence your goal, you'll be peaceful. Meaning, you don't make a goal for being happy. Happiness is a result. Happiness is you reaping what you sow. Be in the moment. Be present. Do not be fearful of any disappointments. Do not be fearful of failures and setbacks. And you will be rewarded for it. So there you go. Short and sweet, ladies and gentlemen. I just gave you 3 ways. 3 ways to learn from disappointment. 3 ways that life educates you through disappointment. And 3 ways for you not only to survive, but to thrive through the disappointment, because you deserve it. You're more than enough. You're worthy. You're adequate. You're deserving of respect. I'm going to tell you what my father told me when he walked out of the home when I was 8 years old. Before then, every day, I promise you, every day, he used to look me in these 2 eyes and say, Walter, you can do anything you want to do if you put your mind to it. I put my mind to making this content. I put my mind to being a positive impact in this world. I put my mind to being a positive impact here on YouTube. And I put my mind in overcoming and not fearing disappointment and setbacks. How about you put your mind into doing your best? How about you put your mind into knowing that you are more than enough? You can do anything. Do you have a business idea? Execute it. Is it time for you to walk away from the job and be the independent? Do it. Do you have desires of having a healthy romantic relationship? It's yours to have. Anything that the mind can believe, the mind can conceive. That's what Napoleon Hill told us in Think and Grow Rich. I don't know you, but I believe in you. You just been on, let me tell you this. You remember these 2 things before I go. Number 1, I just shared with you 3 ways, 3 best work practices to learn from disappointment, because disappointment, life educates through disappointment, and disappointments are going to come. There's nothing we can do about it. You can't cry your way out of it, protest your way out of it, vote your way out of it. And number 2, you just been on Project Expertise. Well, I'm the project. I just shared with you the expertise from my personal experience. I hope it helps you. I hope you learned something, because I did. And as I mentioned before, I do not like you. Excuse me. I do not know you, but I like you. I like you. I don't know you. I like you. And I know that there's greatness inside of you. let that greatness out. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I just gave you all you needed to know. Short, sweet. Do me a favor if you're enjoying this content. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Or the notification bell just might hit you like the harsh reality that disappointments are going to come your way. Disappointments is a way of life. And life educates through disappointment. Hope you are ready for a great weekend. Hope you are planning something safe. I hope you're planning something productive. Be present in the moment. Don't seek happiness. Don't seek happiness, because happiness is a byproduct of whatever you have sown, you shall reap. Stick around for two reasons. Number one, I'm going to play my outro, and I made it. Number two, it just might help me with my watch time, and I need it on this channel, so it'll grow. Have a great one.
Y'all the reason we keep pushing. Keep on talking, we like
These
it.
people keep talking about